We are at La Cool Radio tonight. I have a special guest for you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rissa Rissa. Hello, world.
Hi, Rissa Rissa.
Hey.
Now, what brings you here? What do you do? You're so beautiful.
Thank
What
you,
do you
thank
do?
you, thank you. I'm a model. I reside here in Sacramento, California, and I've been in Sacramento, California for quite a long time. But I was born and raised in Vallejo, California.
Oh.
Yes, and I come from I'm actually just me. I don't have any siblings. So when I came out here, I just decided to, get into modeling, and then I took a very long break. And so with that break, I decided to jump back in.
Now, we talked a little bit before the show,
Uh-huh.
and I was amazed, almost floored by how old you are.
Oh.
Please tell everybody how old you are so they can be floored too.
Well, I'm 41 years old, born in 77.
Looking good.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
All due to God. All due to God.
There you go. Keep doing what you're doing because it's doing you right.
Thank you. You look good yourself, girl.
So how long have you been modeling, or when did you start, and how long have you been modeling?
Originally, I started at the age of 15,
Mhm.
and my father put me through fashion shows originally and put me through auditions and just kind of took off from there a little bit. And then I kind of took a break like around the age of 18. And you know how we all take a detour in life. And so that was kind of like my big break then. So now I'm picking up the pieces.
Well, you must like doing it because you came full circle, and you're back modeling.
That's right. That's right. Because I've always felt that it's never too late, no matter what age, what race. We're all human and we all have goals and we all have a passion. So, um, modeling is definitely my passion. I travel a lot and I stay dedicated to it. So, yeah, it's exciting.
So now, can our viewers find you on social media?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Tell them
Absolutely.
where they can find you.
Well, on Instagram, my Instagram name is Miss underscore Rissa77. And then I'm on Facebook too, Rissa Rissa. There's no spaces in between. It's just Rissa Rissa. You'll find me.
You got that name, huh?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
you put stuff in
right.
Facebook. You got to put a one. You got to put a period, a dash. But you
Right.
got your name.
Make
Very,
it
very
easy.
cool. Yes, yes. So on Facebook, can you see like pictures of your modeling and everything?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
My page is pretty neutral.
Uh-huh.
I do have, family and friends. Like a lot of us do. We tend to post, family and friends, but you will see, the events that I have participated in, shows. I've won pizza for a year.
What?
Isn't that something?
Girl, I want pizza for a year. I want pizza for a year.
I won pizza for a year also, so that was pretty fun too, and
Uh-huh.
that was another blessing. I wasn't expecting that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've been in quite a few things, so you could definitely check me out. Check out my page. Anyone, feel free. Please, no bad comments.
Well, always a delete button. Delete, delete,
Right,
delete.
right. But yeah, everyone check me out. I'm definitely trying to be, as you would say, internationally known.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what are you doing right now? What's some projects that you just finished, and what's some projects that's coming in the future?
Well, I just recently did a photo shoot for Lowrider magazine,
What?
and fingers crossed, hoping that it gets published. So been working hard,
Uh-huh.
and tomorrow I have a photo shoot for Sheen magazine, which is actually going to get published.
Okay.
It's with a jewelry collection and a style of designs from two designers. They're wonderful people. And I just became a member of the 5150 Foundation Car Club. And the owner and founder would be Tony Lazzarini. Shout out to him, Claudette
Hey,
Segovia.
Tony.
Hey, and of course my parents. Absolutely, my parents.
Okay.
If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. They're both still living, so that's a blessing. Yeah, so there's quite a few people out there, but when I jumped back into the modeling scene, I connected with Lucinda Melissa. Big shout out to her, and to all the designers that I've walked for. So she's definitely a special person because when I just took the few months to get back in, she's the first person I connected with. So
So you
yeah.
said walk. So you're talking about walking the actual runway?
Yes, yes,
Ah.
I do runway fashion shows.
Uh-huh.
I just did a photo shoot for a shoe catalog here on the radio. I'm jumping into everything. So, like I said, my message to everyone is, stay positive, and there's no limit to what you can do, because right now it's been about 3 months and I've done a lot, and I do plan on bringing more. It's going to be a whole lot more surprises coming.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, it's exciting.
So, do you have a daughter?
I have one son,
Oh, okay.
and he'll be 21
Uh-huh.
in March 10th, and I'll be 42 March 14th, like right after him. So, kids first.
Yeah, well, the reason why I asked, I was going to ask if you had a daughter, were you going to get her in modeling? But has your son ever modeled?
No,
Uh-huh.
it's not really his cup of tea. But speaking of daughter, I do have a granddaughter,
Oh,
and she's 3.
oh, little cute baby.
Yes. So, I'm trying to get her to walk in my shoes, but
Uh-huh.
the kids, they can do anything. So whether it be sports, modeling, but education would definitely come first.
Very cool. Very cool.
Definitely, definitely.
So, doing modeling, what is the hardest part of modeling?
Well, I would say like the hardest part of modeling
Uh-huh.
is being able to take rejection and taking the challenges that we have as far as in shows, or there's designers that are very selective as to
Mm-hmm.
who they would like to participate in their line of clothing. So there's a lot of pros and cons about modeling, but I myself, I look beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of fun with what I do. I connect with everybody, and I have this knack for just networking with people. So I'm just a natural at it. So when I connect with everybody, that just takes me to a lot of endovers. So I embrace those, and I tend to pass the word around, and just it's up to everyone else, but I keep my mind open.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, when you were talking about rejection earlier, I used to model in my 20s.
okay.
And I remember I went to this one modeling agency, and they basically, within 2 minutes, said, "You're too short. We can't do anything with you." And I was like, so sad. So yeah, modeling is it's you gotta know who you are, because they critique everything from your hair to your weight to your shape to your age, everything. So young
Right.
ladies, young men who are watching, if you want to become a model, you better have some thick skin, or either just cry in the bathroom and fix your makeup later. Right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And to me, modeling is every day it's a challenge,
Mhm.
because there would be, auditions, whether it's shows or whether it's photo shoots, your passion for whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be just modeling, whatever your passion is, just stay focused at it and continue to strive for it, because this is my dream and I'm chasing it.
There you
And
go.
it's only been 3 months, and there's so much more to come. And I feel blessed being here with you guys too. And this is another opportunity. So it's like, you just never know what will happen. We have to count our blessings. So
So just in case someone forgot your name, what's your name again?
Rissa Rissa,
Rissa
Rissa
Rissa in the
Rissa,
house.
yes, yes.
So, have you ever done nude modeling?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
And to each their own. I personally won't do nude modeling,
Mhm.
but there is modeling which is called implied, which is
Hmm.
kind of like along the lines of halfway there, but there's a sense of class and respect as far as within my means. So I'm okay with the implied
Uh huh.
photo shoots, but nothing beyond that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
and the husband, of course, he's okay with that too.
Uh huh.
So he supports me, and that's great. So
That's
yeah.
wonderful. That is so wonderful. So, what? So you said your dad inspired you to model. Does your dad ever come to any of your photo shoots?
Well, he's a busy man. He
Okay.
just turned 70 years old yesterday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Dad.
birthday.
Yeah, so he kind of tends to be on the back end. Like right now, he's probably listening. Love you, Dad. So he's probably just tuned in. He's kind of like a laid back guy. He's like, okay, all these events,
Uh-huh.
send me some pictures or videos. He's military, so he's pretty old school. So he's like, yeah, I'll probably watch you. Maybe I'll watch you on TV someday. So he's pretty kickback. So yeah, not too much participation with that. That's okay. Still love you. So.
So do you have any other talents besides modeling?
Well, yes, I do. I'm like a woman of all trades, like a jack of all trades. I'm athletic. I definitely participate in like charities.
Uh-huh.
I definitely like collaborate with other people. I like book parties. I mean, you name it, I've done it. And whatever men can do, a woman can do. I'm even car savvy. Isn't that something?
What?
Right.
Girl,
I can get up under a car.
Go ahead.
So,
Ahead.
yeah, I can do a lot of things. And like I said to everyone, there's no limit to what you can do. Don't settle for the stars. There's shoot for the galaxy. You'll see that on my Facebook too.
So
yeah.
Now everyone has their own definition of what beauty is. You know.
Right.
What do you think is beautiful?
Well, beauty, it runs more than just skin deep.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty, comes from the inside to the outside. It's the beauty of the person. It's the beauty of the soul. It's the beauty of everyone's aura. Everyone is built differently, and everyone's cut from a different cloth. So it would be best for us to just accept one another for how we are, because it's all a part of the universe. I don't get into religion because everyone's different, and that just goes based on that. So, that's my motto. Just everyone get along, stay positive, keep your head up, and just strive for whatever you want in life. So
they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. You're so right.
So, do you have a favorite color that you like to wear when you model?
I love black and white.
Oh, okay.
I love black and white. It's classy to me.
Uh-huh.
Like it can go either way. But black and white, I know it seems kind of simple, but that's okay. Everyone has their favorite color, but black and white, yes.
So when you're about to do a photo shoot, do you actually pick out your own clothes, or is that all done for you?
Actually, to be honest, world, when it comes to a photo shoot, there are times when models like myself would have to bring some pieces, to the fashion show, which I honestly already come prepared. There's times when I've come to a photo shoot and the gals that I'm taking pictures like, oh my gosh, you brought stuff for us too. I mean, goodness, some of us,
goodies.
come a little over prepared, but
Uh-huh.
it's always good to be ready. But the designers that we do shows for, they always have their outfits, and they always line the models up and put them in the clothes and see who fits best and what. And and sometimes it could be a rush type of thing, like, okay gals, hurry, and then we just got to get out there. So but
Wow.
it's good.
So tell us how it is when you have a photo shoot, like just say runway.
Mm-hmm.
How is it from the beginning to the end? I mean, talking about all the way at the beginning, where if someone wants to contact you, how does that usually happen?
Well, when you're in a fashion show, you have a ton of people around you, and you don't know who you're around.
Mm-hmm.
So from the beginning, when we arrive, there's rehearsal, there's pictures, there's networking, there's fittings, there's makeup, there's hair. I mean, there's so much to do, and always make sure that you're with the right designer and the right group, because there's so many groups in the back.
And if you're not with the right designer or the right group, what happens?
It's like a mix-up. It's like, you have one gal like, I don't know where my designer is, or I don't know where my outfit is. It does get kind of crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It gets crazy.
You guys come out walking on the runway, it's like walking like everything's good.
Oh.
Like I wasn't running in the back. I don't have I'm looking good.
Right.
So you're saying it's chaotic sometimes in the back.
It can be. It can
Uh-huh.
be. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It can be a little hectic on the back end, but as long as I'm the type of person that keeps my sanity, because I'm so used to the back end scenes, and you have to get used to it. If you're going to be in the modeling industry, this is something that you have to get used to. It's almost like a part of life where you have to get used to change. So whether it's modeling or anything else, that's all how it is. And then when you get towards the end and there's success. I mean, just got to filter through it all. And once you hit that runway, once I hit the runway, I zone out and I just do my thing. So,
so how do you feel when you see yourself like on a picture, or you see yourself walk on a video walking the runway? Like, how does that make you feel?
well, it makes me feel awesome because when you actually look at yourself on a picture or seeing something that you've like completely accomplished, you're like, wow. It just makes me more humble of a person because I'm very humble and I take pride in what I do. So this is my passion. So when I see myself, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, is that you, girl? So it's just really nice.
Okay. So, a little bit closer. There you go. We all have to hear you.
Okay.
So, what is the worst thing that has ever happened to you on one of your shoots?
Ooh, the worst thing that happened to me.
Embarrassing, worst thing.
Okay, well, here, I'll say this now. The worst thing that happened to me was just recently at my lowrider photo shoot.
Oh no, what happened with lowrider?
Well, what happened was we were just talking about like nude. Didn't go nude, but I actually wore a bodysuit.
Okay, I love the bodysuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strictly a bodysuit and a little top and. Hey, showed some ass.
Wait a minute now.
Right.
Wait a minute, let's rewind. I'm trying to get a visual of this outfit. So it's a bodysuit, and you turn around, and you can see skin.
Right.
When is this possibly going to be in the magazine?
Well, we're hoping that it should be published within the next couple of weeks because when they sift through all the pictures, they look to see what they want and who they want. So we're kind of hoping. I was the only woman out of the crew to do that. I figured I'm wearing a bodysuit, might as well just go lowrider style, right?
So with like chaps, like the chaps were like.
Yeah, well, it was the G-string style bodysuit, and I wore a crocheted vintage top to go over it, so it was bad.
So something you don't wear to church.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It sounds cute.
Oh, it was
especially for for the lowrider look.
Right. And there's a way to carry yourself, and the way I carried myself in the photo shoot, I got a lot of oohs and ahs and a lot of respect. So it was definitely successful. But for me, that was like the worst thing because that was the first time I ever did that.
So did you have to warm up? Like when you first put this outfit on, with your bottom hanging out the back, when you walk out there, did you want to like cover yourself, or you were you act relaxed? I mean, what happened at that moment?
Well, I felt a little uneasy, but as you live a life of a model, you tend to, kind of block everything out, because you're wanting to be successful at what you're doing. So as I walk out, there might be some people around me that I'm like, oh my gosh, but that all gets tuned out. As soon as I walk, it's time to take pictures, and it's time for me to do what I need to do best.
Very professional.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So are you going to be able to get these photos to put on your Facebook or your social media?
Well, at the moment, the crowd's going to have to wait for now because of the simple fact that we're keeping our fingers crossed about getting published.
Cross your fingers, everyone.
In a few magazines. So in the meantime, in due time, everyone, like friends and family will be able to see them. But, at the moment, we're just hoping to see me in a magazine. So surprises, everyone.
Surprise.
Right.
Here's my bodysuit. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So that was probably the sexiest photo shoot you've ever done, you were saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So would you ever, because I've had modeling jobs where when we first started off, it was, a little showing some skin, then all of a sudden stuff started turning another way. And this is big, these are big jobs. This is not just some like, in someone's garage.
Right.
If that ever happens to you where it's like, because for me, I had an incident where it's like, okay, now it's time to take off your top. And I don't even want to say what famous rapper photo shoot I was doing.
Right.
And me and the models looked at each other like, did they just say take off our top? And we
Right.
all kind of look like, no, we're not going to do that, you know.
Right.
So, what, you know, if that ever happened to you, like how would you handle it?
Honestly, my personal way of handling things like that would
Mm-hmm.
be, you know, my limitations, and so if that question was to arise,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden at a photo shoot, I would stand my ground. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That wasn't really my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
We're all entitled to say what we feel, and so if that question arose, I wouldn't do it. I
Yeah.
definitely
Very
be
very
like,
uncomfortable
no,
feeling.
not at all.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So
So, young models out there, when you go into a photo shoot, right, you got to know what your limits are. No
right,
matter if you're sitting next to the biggest rapper in
right,
2018, you got to know what your limits are because those pictures are going to be around forever,
right,
right? It's
right,
like a document of your life.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it will follow you. It will follow you, and
Yeah.
that's pretty scary. Um, yeah, my martial arts is great, but that's okay. I'm
Go
just
ahead,
saying.
girl. Don't mess with her. It's the wrong girl to follow down a dark alley. So, what else do you want to tell the world about yourself? You're a mother, you're a grandmother of how many?
Well, I actually have another one on the way.
Oh.
The two, yeah, two. So
Little girl, little boy.
well, not sure yet. So
Okay.
this was new news. Yeah. So my granddaughter, she's 3, and so don't know what the other one will be. Maybe a boy.
Uh-huh.
Have a girl and a boy. That'd be cool.
Yeah, what's
You
your
know.
granddaughter's name?
Naomi
Hi,
Michelle.
Naomi.
Hi Naomi, my love, my baby loves. Yeah, but I do want to give a shout out, to again Tony Lazzarini, 5150 Foundation Club, just so awesome, and Claudette Segovia, Lucinda Melissa, Jill Plott, and of course Mom and Dad, love you guys, and my son. I'm not sure if he's tuned in, but I love him so much. His name's Kevin, by the way.
Hey, Kevin, he can watch it later.
That's so cool.
Yes.
So yeah, so what I want to do is let everybody know that, if you have a passion, go for it. Go for it. Don't let anything or anyone stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Just go for it because, you'll learn in life as you go along. You'll get negatives and you'll get positives. You just have to move
Always.
forward,
Yes.
and just move on. That's what I'm doing. I'm reaching for the galaxy, and that's just what I'm doing. So that message is to everybody. So keep it positive, keep your head up, and keep God in your life because that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Yeah, and especially modeling. There's a space for everyone.
That's right.
If you are a plus size model, there's
That's
a
right.
space for you.
That's right.
I've even seen autistic kids with Down syndrome. I mean, there's
absolutely.
hand modeling, there's foot modeling, there's all kind of stuff. Every ad out there needs a model.
That's right.
So don't sit up there and try to compare yourself with with what the world says is beautiful. Because like
Right.
you were saying, the beauty is something that is unique.
Right. Right.
So if you want to do modeling, go do it. If
That's
someone
right.
closed the door on you, other doors will open.
That's
Like
right.
I said, they told me I was too
Absolutely.
short. I couldn't walk down a runway. So
And they said
well.
I was too old. So
well,
I
look at you.
So
prove them wrong.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
It's a blessing, everybody. It's a blessing.
So have you ever thought about acting? Because it kind of does it go hand in hand?
It does.
Uh-huh.
It does. I've had a few questions about have you ever thought about acting, and personally, I'm like with open arms. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually getting ready to go to LA in a few weeks and audition for a Netflix series. So yeah, it's supposed to be a thriller. Not sure. I don't have quite the details yet, but yeah. So that's on the way.
Okay.
So yeah.
Very cool. Now, when you do that, have you ever done anything like that before?
No, I haven't. No,
Okay.
I haven't.
So do you know what you're gonna expect?
Actually, no, but always expect the unexpected. So, I'm just going into everything because, like I said, there's no limit to what you could do. So, whether it's TV, fashion shows, runway, I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. Thanks to God. Yeah.
There you go. Very, very good. So, here's just a random question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
You were talking about that earlier. How you won? Okay, so no, I want to hear that story. How you won a year worth of pizza.
Okay, yeah. Well, we all have Facebook. Well, at least most of us I know. So, Chicago style pizza, had this contest on Facebook, and I'm like, oh wow, pizza for a whole year. Who wouldn't want pizza? So I kind of responded first and said, hey, who's in? Like, I'm in for pizza. Who's in? So then, I kind of responded, kind of liked all their little ads they started coming with, and hey, just to be honest, they kind of screwed up because they false advertised for a second, but I don't know. I just kind of told them, hey, well, you're getting everyone's hopes up, and they were like, okay, well, I said, I don't really care who wins, but I ended up winning, but that's okay.
There you go. So did they give you like a voucher or something, or how does that work?
Yeah, I got a voucher to pick up a pizza. It's a blessing. You pick up pizza twice a month. Hey, for a whole year. So, it's that every little blessing counts. But yeah, I've never won pizza for a year, so that's pretty exciting.
It's like deep dish or thin crust.
I like thin. And it's Indian pizza too. It's pretty different.
Really?
Yeah. It's Indian pizza. Yeah.
Very cool. No, I've never heard of that. I gotta Google that. Yeah. No, you don't know something, you just Google it. Google it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. Actually, that was my first time trying it. So yeah, it was pretty good.
So tell everyone again where they could find you on social media.
You can find me on Facebook, Rissa Rissa. You can find me on Instagram, Miss MISS _ Rissa77. Yep, that's me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody, for watching and tuning in.
Queen Myesha here. Bye-bye.